Hey, it's Ryane LeCesne here with Inspire Brand Consulting, and I'm excited to be back with you with another inspired thought video. And we have been for the last 7 weeks, now 8 weeks, focused on the quantum leap framework that we use at Inspire Brand Consulting to coach our clients who are high achieving women to advance in their careers and build their dream businesses with clarity, confidence, and peace. And I am excited to be back with you for our wrap up of this series with step number 8. Which is to reflect on and celebrate your brilliance. So here's a question for you. Have you ever found yourself saying things like, I'll be really excited when I actually get to the goal? Or, yeah, I've done some work and I'm on the grind, but I haven't gotten there yet. And when I get wherever there is, then I'll feel excited and I'll feel happy. I hear this a lot with high achieving women, and I hear this far too often with my coaching clients, where they have a big, audacious goal that they have set for themselves and are excited to meet, and they haven't gotten there yet. And so along the journey, they're feeling like, yeah, I've done a little bit of work, or I've done this, or I've done that, but I'm not really where I want to be, so what's the reason to celebrate? So I want to talk to you about that today and talk to you about the importance of reflecting on and celebrating your brilliance along the journey. So let me tell you about a client who I talked to this past week. When she and I first met, she was at a really low point when she started her coaching. She is, just to give you a little sense of where she is, she's seasoned in her career, and she doesn't love it, right? She's super uber successful at it, but she does not love it. In fact, when we met, she was hating life, which I can totally appreciate. And she felt like she was super disconnected from her passion and from her purpose. And she wanted to invest into coaching so that she could have a structured time and space to really focus on, getting to the bottom of things. So one of the things that I invite my clients to do in preparation for their calls is to complete a session prep form. And what this does is it gives me a really great window into the shifts that they've made and the things that they've accomplished, and also the challenges that they're facing in between our coaching calls. So she did her homework and she sent in her session prep form. And she noted things like she'd cleaned out all this stuff in her house that had been driving her crazy. That was something that she had wanted to accomplish. She also had been really consistent with her workout routine. She also noticed that she was waking up every day feeling more calm, more at peace. She was moving through life feeling like she had more control over herself and over her emotions. And so as I'm reading this, I'm thinking like, she's rocking it, right? I mean, these are huge accomplishments. And so we get on the phone and for her coaching call, and I tell her, I said, I'm so excited for you. Let's really start by celebrating the accomplishments that you've made. And so what does she say? She's like, I hear that, but I'm still in this job. I haven't made the transition to doing her passion project, to starting her business. And so she's like, I don't really think it's something to celebrate. So I share with her the importance of reflecting on and celebrating your brilliance, her brilliance. Because when we met and when we started her coaching engagement, she was at a point where she wasn't doing the things that she is now doing. She was waking up every day and really hating life. And now she notices, and notably, she's waking up feeling a higher level of confidence, clarity, and peace. She is making great strides. And so we talked about, when you are making strides, and when you are making these small shifts, they may seem small in the moment, right? Because there's this idea that when I get there, when I get to that goal, then I'll be happy. But the point is that you've got to, and I've got to along my own journey, we've got to stop and take stock in what you are doing currently. You've got to stop and say, good job on getting the stuff out of the house, on getting into the gym, on taking 5 minutes to meditate, on waking up and feeling like you've noticed that you're more at peace. And this is important because it's about energy management. It's about you being in your right rhythm. And when you are managing your energy, when you are noticing and celebrating the great strides that you're making, no matter how small it may be, it's like putting high octane fuel in your gas tank. And when you put low octane fuel in your gas tank, you can't get your engine ignited. And that's the same thing as discounting and disqualifying the strides that you're making. So let me tell you about another client. I have another client that I am coaching who was at a coffee with her sponsor, right? So she's meeting with someone who is supporting her in moving up in her career. And the sponsor was giving her incredible feedback about what she was doing, she being my client. So the sponsor is looking at the things that my client has been doing and said, like, you are rocking it, right? And so my client and I are talking, and she's sharing this with me. My client says to me, this is great. I appreciate what this person is saying, but I'll really be happy when I'm feeling internally like, I'm complimenting myself. So she was really discounting what the person was saying and the compliments that this person was giving her because she wasn't internally giving herself those compliments. Okay, I get that, right? But what I also shared with her was I asked her this question, who is the person complimenting? And she thought about it and she said, they're complimenting me, right? They're complimenting her. I said, yes, they're complimenting you because of the strides that you are making. Not just arbitrarily, you are putting in the work and they are noticing it. So they are simply mirroring back to you what you are doing. It's incumbent upon you. It is so important for you to reflect on and celebrate this very moment because this person is mirroring to you what you are doing so incredibly well. And she literally said, jumped out of her seat. I could hear it over the phone, they're complimenting me. I did these things. I did this. And I said, yes, you did. You are making these incredible strides. Again, it's so important for you to celebrate your journey because honestly, there is no there. The only thing that there is here and now. So I want you to check in with yourself. Really, literally, at this moment, check in. Around your big, hairy, audacious goals, those big, bold, badass goals that you have, are you celebrating the small strides that you're making? Or are you discounting the strides that you're making? Or are you stuck in the quicksand waiting for perfect to even make strides? All right? So that's really important. What is your relationship with celebration? What is your relationship with reflecting on and celebrating the strides that you're making towards accomplishing your goals? Because there is no there. There's only here and there's only now. And if now you don't feel good about the strides that you're making, that is now the experience that you're having. And that's important because your experience right now is the life that you're living. So, do you need to pop a bottle of champagne because you have done your laundry this week? Maybe, all right? Particularly if your laundry has been something that has been sucking the energy and the life out of you. I say pop that bottle. At a very minimum, give yourself a pat on the back, look in the mirror, wink at yourself and say, you got this, girl, and you are doing your best to make some strides going forward. That laundry is done. It's opened some space. It's released some energy. It's allowed new energy to come in. You don't have to look at that pile and shame yourself. You're able to say like, done, great, celebrate, pop the bottle of champagne, and keep it moving. But I promise you that when you celebrate your small victories, what it's doing is it is putting in and it is filling your emotional and energetic fuel tank with that high octane gas. If you are disqualifying your brilliance and the strides that you're making, you are putting in low grade octane. All right, and just like a car, you cannot ignite the engine with low grade octane. Put in that high octane. All right, so here's my coaching question for you for the week. Are you celebrating and reflecting on your brilliance? Let me know. I would love to hear how you are. I'd love to hear if you are. And if you're not celebrating it, send me a note and let me know how I can support you. Put it down, put those messages down in the comment box. Would love to hear from you. All right. Love and light to you. Celebrate your brilliance. Reflect on it. Let it be known. Let yourself feel good, because right now is the only thing that counts. Love and light to you. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.